Hey, good morning. It is Wednesday, and I haven't been online in a while because we're back in the studios teaching. But I was getting ready to do my own practice this morning after doing a little bit of chair yoga with a group, and I thought, why not come on live? So if you happen to pop on and want to roll out your mat and join me, it'll just be a nice short practice to just get the body flowing, because that feels great in the morning, right? All right, I'm just going to start this morning sitting well, just finding my breath. So I like to rock onto my sit bones, find good posture, take a few breaths, maybe roll my shoulders, just kind of come to my space. You can feel free just to join me with your eyes closed. Begin to just notice your breath, taking big inhales, big exhales. Relax your jaw, soften your shoulders. Let yourself know today is going to be a great day. Let yourself know how powerful and amazing you are. And just begin to fold over. Stretch your arms out. Just breathe your forehead down to the earth. Relax. Maybe rock the forehead from side to side. And then we'll walk the hands back. Inhale, lift the heart. Take your next inhale breath, arms reach up overhead. Nice little good morning stretch. Just reach your heart high, shoulders down, fingertips lifted. Big breath into the front east side of the body. Bring it into a nice twist, right arm back. Left arm comes across, looking over your right shoulder. Good. Inhaling back towards center, exhale, twist the other way. Just kind of warming the spine here. I'll take it each direction. Feels good in the morning. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Let's take a side stretch. Right arm down, left arm up and over. Inhale back to center. You don't have to come as slow as I do. Right arm can just touch the floor. Or all the way to forearm, keep the heart lifted. Good, inhaling back to the center, exhaling the hands down onto the lap, and just a seated cat-cow, moving the spine, undulating through the spine. Inhaling, I lengthen my spine, draw my chest forward, shoulders down, gazing up. Exhaling, I round back, navel towards the spine, draw the shoulders apart, little C to the spine. Good, just keep moving with my breath. Maybe close the eyes down here. Turning this into a circular movement now, clockwise, just moving in a circle. Still finding the breath as you sweep forward. Inhale as you sweep back. Exhale. Feel that core start to warm and engage just a little bit. Good, let's go the other direction. If you're in a mixing bowl, scrape the sides of the mixing bowl. Don't forget the back edge. Coming back to your center, sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands together at the heart. This is where I like to just take a moment. Feel what my energy says. Let it inform my practice. Set an intention for this practice and for my day. This happens to be a national day. It's kind of funny, I'd never heard of it till today. And it's act like a child day. So really be playful in your practice, have some fun. Those of you who know me well know this day will not be hard for me to integrate acting like a child. I love playfulness, joy, and ease and laughter. Good, release the hands. Excellent, I'm coming onto my hands and knees if you want to join me there. A tabletop position. I'm going to add some strength into my practice today. I feel like today's appropriate for that. So my hands right now are just in front, slightly of my shoulders. My fingertips are spread wide, taking the right leg back, stretching out. I'm going to just take a few pulses here, activate my glutes, pull my belly in, breathe. And I'm going to hold that heel up and bend the elbows straight back as I lower my heart towards the floor. Press away from the floor and push back up. That's a lot in the triceps. I'm going to do a couple more. You can do as many as you want. Holding here, knee comes in now as I round my spine. Nose towards knee, stretch it out. I'm going to do a couple more of these. Holding out, I take my toes down to the floor and all the way as far as I can to the left while squaring my hips still. Beautiful stretch. I might even look back towards my toes. Take the toes all the way over to the right. Set that foot down. Set the hips back. Centering it back up. Bring the right knee in, left leg out. Square the hips. Flex the foot. Toes face the floor. Pulse. So I don't want my toes facing too far out to the left. Rather have them face towards the floor here. Hold. We're going to find those tricep push-ups again. Maybe keep the foot down. Maybe don't drop down to the earth quite as far. Beautiful. Hug knee towards nose, round the spine. Lengthen, round. Lengthen, round. Stretch it out. Toes all the way to the right, keeping the hips squared, looking over the right shoulder back towards the toes. Very nice. Coming all the way to the other side, left foot straight out from left hip, setting my hips back squarely, getting a nice stretch. Good. Coming all the way back in with that left knee. Stepping the hands out a little bit wider, coming into an assisted plank. I'm going to do a couple of push-ups here as well. I like these tricep push-ups, elbows back, because it helps with chaturangas. So this is a very good preparatory move for those chaturangas. And then I can take it into a more classic push-up, arms wider, elbows out more, a couple times. Good, set it all back to child's pose, stretch the arms out, round the wrists. On the next inhale breath, come to downward facing dog. Plant your hands, set your hips up high into the air, your heels down low, and lengthen tailbone towards the sky a bit. Taking some rounding from one knee into the other as we pedal the feet. Up onto the toes, down to the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, drop the heels. Walk forward, and finding forward fold, top of the mat. Taking a few breaths here as I root my feet down, lift the sit bones, and just relax the top of the head down towards the earth. Slow roll to inhale our way up to standing mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, Just lean to the right. Right fingertips down the leg, left fingertips up and over. Inhale back to center. Exhale the other direction. Inhale back to center. Leave the left arm up. Grabbing the right ankle or foot with the right hand. Pull the knees together. And push the knee down as you take the hips slightly forward into a nice little quad stretch. Release. Inhale. Take the right arm up. The left hand finds that foot. You can kind of move the knee out to the side at first, but then draw it all together. Hips forward, left knee down. Knees together. Release. Take the insides of the foot together, feet together rather, so the toes touch, and exhale down into Utkatasana chair pose. Send the heart lifting high, the tailbone low. Just tuck a little bit here at the tail so the belly pulls in. Inhale, just come up onto those toes. Exhale, slide the glutes down to the heels. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, heels down. And stand up, standing mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat, down dog, stepping back, finding the downward facing dog. Breathe, shoulders roll apart broad here. Finding plank pose, rolling the weight forward, top of a push-up here. Drop your heels over to the left, send your right arm into the air. Side plank, hiking the hips slightly up, and then rounding the right arm underneath the left. Good, inhale, sweep that arm up. Exhale, round it underneath. Slightly turning the torso to match the movement. Come all the way, right arm up. Come back to plank pose, back to down dog with the hips. Take it forward, plank pose. Reach from heels to crown of the head. Root your right hand, lift the left. You can take that right knee to the floor if you'd like for support. Pike the hips so you have room to move. Exhale, left arm under. Left arm rises. Come back to plank, knees down, elbows back, lower all the way to the mat. Hold here for a breath, relax. Tops of feet press in, elbows press back. Inhale, sweep the head and chest off the mat. Cobra pose, shoulders down. Go ahead, release. Stretch the arms and legs out so you kind of got this starfish sort of movement here. Good. So gently just going to roll our bodies over to the right. Keep the feet on the floor. And let the left arm float back, opening up the body here. So my feet just turned, but they're still grounded. My right arm's still on the floor. Use a little bit of momentum, scooting back to the belly. Drop that left arm down, rolling open to the right. Oh, so good on the shoulder. Rotate back onto the belly, sliding the hands and feet back in. So hands are underneath the shoulders, legs and feet are back together. Curl the toes under. Power up through the hands, through the glutes, through the belly. Lift yourself back to plank pose, and then back to downward facing dog. Right leg comes into the air, three-legged dog. Right knee to right elbow. Lift it up, three-legged dog. Right knee down the center, knee to nose, around the spine. Three-legged dog. Right knee to left elbow, extend the right leg, and drop the pinky side of the right foot down to the floor. Let your hips sink a little bit here. Good. Press into the right hand, move the left hand into the air, turn your toes around, lift your hips. Good. Come back around, left left hand to the floor, right leg into the air at three-legged dog. And your right leg back down to the floor, down dog. Left foot rises. Good, shift your weight forward, left knee to left elbow. Good, three-legged dog. Down the center. Three-legged dog. Left knee comes across to right elbow. Stretch the leg out. Drop the hips a little, get the stretch, and then open it up. Lift the hips, lift the chest. Good, bring it all the way back around. Three-legged dog, left leg into the air. Downward facing dog, left foot to the mat. Knees down, child's pose around the wrists. And next inhale breath, I'm coming back into downward facing dog. Making to pike up on those toes, bending the knees, sending my hips nice and high. I'm going to try to float to the top of the mat more than hop. It's kind of a hop, but it's a light hop. Good. Forward folding at the top. Inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. As I exhale, I'll fold in half, place my hands to the mat. When I do a hop back, I'm going to avoid hopping back to plank, but rather to chaturanga with my elbows back. So I'm going to hop back as I bend the elbows and catch myself. And then inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Inhale, pike up. Exhale, bend the knees. Jump to the top. Fold. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. And sweep that right leg up into the air. Bring it all the way forward for pigeon pose. Get a nice stretch. So I just kind of built some energy this morning through a few little flows and some strength. Now I'm going to stretch out a little bit. And I might go have another cup of coffee, because I love coffee. I don't know if I should or not, but I do. Stretching the body just over. This feels good. All right, let's have a little fun with our transition here. We'll walk our hands back. We're going to roll onto the right hip, keep the right leg about where it's at, but turn it so that the left leg is forward. Coming into a fold over the left leg for Janu Sirsasana, left toes lifted. I'm going to pick my upper body up, turn my torso over towards that right leg, take my hand back, reach up and over. Option to just lift the hips here off the mat. Good, slowly lower. Release the other direction. Side stretch, so my left arm comes down the left leg and reaching up and over. Torso comes back around. Rolling onto my right hip and sliding that left leg all the way back into my pigeon. Hands onto the mat, curling the left toes under and lifting the right leg into the air. Three-legged dog. Drop the dog. So we're back into down dog. Heels low. Inhale, left leg. It comes through to pigeon, left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle behind the right, dropping down onto that right thigh. Oh, lift the heart, drop the shoulders. Exhale, relax here for a minute. Inhale, walk the hands back, roll onto the left hip, round the right leg all the way around to Janu Sirsasana. Figure four, right toes lift, stretch over the right leg. Inhale, lift up, turn the torso over towards the left knee. Set that left hand back, reach up and over. Lift the hips if you'd like. Drop it down. Keep the torso turned towards the left leg, side stretch, right arm over the right. Turn the torso back. Very good. Leaning back to the left, coming back. You can bend the knee first. Be safe. Kind of a funky transition, coming back into pigeon pose. Pressing into the hands, curling right toes under, and returning three-legged dog. And downward facing dog. Walking the feet forward so that the right foot's outside the right hand, the left foot's outside the left hand, sinking the hips down and lifting the heart into Malasana. Stretching the hips gently open with a press of the elbows to the inner thighs if that feels good. Lift the heart. Reaching the right arm down towards the right edge of the mat, past the mat on the diagonal. Bringing the back of the right arm into the leg a little bit, stretching the left arm back and around, and maybe finding a bind here. Release back to center. If you took the bind, you can stretch the other way. Left hand can come down, no need to bind, you can just open up. Beautiful. Or find the bind if it's available. Keeping your gaze where you're most comfortable, releasing. And then we're going to simply sit down and open those legs up nice and wide into a V shape. You come into this V shape, maybe resituate your sit bones in between the hips a bit more. And just walk the hands all the way down as far as you feel comfortable. Toes are lifted, chest is lowering, and the spine is long, not rounded. Inhaling, pull the arms back, lift the heart, send the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana, and just work your hands down into the thighs a little bit, maybe elbows into the thighs if you can take a hinge from the hips to get there. And then finally, if you're feeling so inclined, chest to the feet. Welcome to bring the arms out in front of you. Grip the floor of the mat and use a pull on the floor to help lengthen your spine, crown of head forward. Very good. One more breath here. Working our way back up, lifting the heart. Pull the left heel closer to the groin. Peace finger your right toes and extend the right leg out in front of you as you take a little twist, extend the right hand back. So my left peace fingers are on my right big toes. And lift it up as high as you want. We'll bring that right arm all the way back around, square the torso, and then just hug that leg in, bringing the nose towards the leg, sit up nice and tall. Good. Bend the knee, drop it down into a Baddha Konasana that has the heels close to the groin. Breathe. And leave that right heel close. Peace fingers the right, peace fingers onto the left toes, and extend the left leg, rounding your belly in towards that inner left thigh. Extend the left arm. Beginning to lift a little bit more on the leg, turning the torso back around, gripping at the ankle or shin. Bending the knee, placing the sole of the foot back to the earth and then meeting the right knee right beside it. Good. Make sure you have some mat behind you, hinging back, and then lifting the legs for Navasana, boat pose, looking up over the toes. Begin to scissor the legs, right under left, left under right. Stop in the middle, give yourself a great big hug towards the center, and then keep it going. Set the feet back down, give yourself a hug, forehead to the knees. Inhale the head back up, stretch the feet out a little bit more on the mat. Arms out, toes lifted, heels down, and lowering almost all the way to the mat. Hovering here and lifting the feet. You can stretch the legs long if you'd like. If it's too much on the low back, leave them bent. And then lower the rest of the way. Good. Bring the heels in towards the glutes. Hands to the mat. Take an inhale into a nice bridge pose as you pull the tailbone forward, lifting the back off the mat. And then slow lower. Arms out to T shape, right leg extends, left leg comes across the body, left shoulder stays down to the mat. Gaze over towards your left fingers. Potentially sweep that right leg out long, maybe even grab the toe, left toe with your fingers rather. And we'll bend that left knee a little bit. See if we can pull the right knee back and with our left hand find the right foot. Nice stretch here. Pulling the right heel towards the glute a bit. And we'll slowly release back onto our back. Knees are bent. Lengthen the spine. Stretch out on this mat. And then left leg down the mat, right knee comes across, right shoulder down, maybe extend that right leg, whatever feels good to you here, spinal twist. Knees can come over to the right. And we'll release the foot. Bend that left knee, just see if you might be able to grab your left foot in your right hand. And gently release, coming back onto the back and hugging the knees into the chest. Taking a little rock around the mat. So I'll leave this practice up on the page for a few days at least. So hopefully you can join me for a nice good morning workout stretch. I'm going to go ahead and release into final Shavasana. And just spread out on my mat and breathe. This is my favorite part after putting some effort in, finding the ease and letting my mind just settle. Recalling the intention that I set earlier, just being prepared for what remains of the day. This is a good time when I might do a little bit of quiet meditation. And then when I'm done, and you guys can just stay in Shavasana as long as you want, roll onto the right side. This is fetal position and it just represents new beginnings. Great way to start the day. Just thinking, oh, I'm starting my day fresh and new. Even if you do it in the afternoon, just resetting the day after your practice. And then just kind of round up to sitting. And take the hands back to the heart. This is Anjali Mudra, a sign of gratitude. Grateful for this day. Grateful for the breath in my body. for all the beauty in the world. The light in me honors and salutes the light within you, yogis. Thank you for practicing with me across the screen. Namaste.